In this report, the sustainable housing in Dubai will be studied. Besides, there will be a comparison between the vernacular housing and contemporary housing and proposal for the future sustainable design development. Sustainability has been a topic of interest over the recent decade, and research in vernacular architecture has identified many environmental sustainable elements. Since the vernacular architecture is generally responsive to climate, so the housing will be more environmental sustainable. Vernacular housing in Dubai were mainly located in Shandaga area and Al Bastaki area, but due to the city size and multicultural population growing, the housing design have been affected. Most of the local people have been building their houses individually, and there were no special environmental sustainable guideline for them. So not all the houses which has been built in the last 2 decades are sustainable. Dubai is located in United Arab Emirates. Dubai is the second largest state compared to other 7 emirates. The city is roughly 35 square kilometers, which is expanding by adding man-made island, furthermore building new construction in the desert. Dubai weather is hot and humid, and during summer the temperature is reaching up to 40 degrees, with humidity is over 90%. In this research, the case study will be a residential villa which has been built in 1997 in Dubai. The site is located in Al Safa 2, almost safe Dubai. The main villa layout is contained of 2 identical 2-story structures which are sharing a central courtyard. The central courtyard has been divided with a block concrete wall, so it can be used as a 2 individual unit. The exterior of the villa is brick envelope and with the high glazing large window on the 3 sides of the structure. According to the site visit, there are some obvious issues with environmental sustainability, such as large single glazing windows without shading, especially facing south, which make the house too hot during the summertime. In addition to that, none of the balconies nor windows has shading devices, and there are full height glass partition windows in all sides of the villa. So this research will study the shading and glazing issue, which are the main environmental concern in this site. The residents are forced to use the thick curtain with blackout to keep the direct sunlight out. They have to keep the AC on all the times. On the other hand, the thick curtain doesn't let the daylight in, so they have to keep the light on, which consume energy while they could use the daylight. The 3 strategies will be studied in this research will be glazing, shading, and PV panels. In glazing, the base case is single layer Option 1 will add double glazing, option 2 will be triple glazing. In evaluation method, they will be for the energy and temperature. On the shading strategy, there will be option 1, windows without shading elements, option 2, adding the shading elements to the window. The evaluation method will be total energy and daylight factors. PV panels will be the third strategy. The option 1 is the villa without PV panels, and the option 2 is the villa with the PV panels on roof, which is will be the additional shading elements that will be acting as a PV panels. Evaluation method is a total energy. After visiting the site and obtaining the drawing, the project was built as a virtual model in order to simulate the environmental condition and energy consumption. The model follows the building regulation and orientation as per existing drawing. As we can see, the movie presents the summer sun cast over the villa, where the villa is aligned over south, east, and northwest axes. However, the main entrance with large glazing opening is facing the northwest direction. The virtual model shows that sun angle in summer is at 80 degrees while the winter sun is at 42 degrees on 12 midday. The first strategy deals with the glazing layer, since the current base case is built using single glazing layer for all the opening, which encourage the massive heat to penetrate interior space and force the use of the extra energy for cooling devices. The total energy calculated and presented in the following chart, where the maximum number is recorded on August as 21 megawatt hour. After going for the second scenario with the triple glazing layer, the energy dropped to 17.5 megawatt per hour, that is 1 megawatt less compared to the double glazing. However, the difference in energy consumption between double glazing and triple glazing is less than the difference between the double glazing and single glazing. In addition to that, the indoor temperature dropped to 23.94 centigrade with 0.30 centigrade less, while the difference between the base case and the first scenario was 0.66 centigrade. The selected scenarios was found to be the double glazing system, since it is more efficient than triple glazing system in terms of cost and maintenance. The second scenario is adding shading devices on the windows of the villa in all three sides. Windows facing southwest during summer absorb huge amount of the direct sunlight, and since the villa has been built 20 years ago, every 3 rooms are sharing same thermostat for AC, and this thermostat in some cases is located in the room that has a smaller window with less direct sunlight. This will cause discomfort for occupants in the different rooms, as it is impact thermal comfort condition in different rooms with different user. Ground floor plan, before using the shading device, has a maximum daylight factor reaching up to 27% on 22nd July at 12 midday. The sun is very strong and the glare is high, as shows from the interior image. Glare threshold is 143.76 candle square meter. After adding the shading device to the windows, the daylight factor percentage dropped by 1% and enhanced the glare threshold value at the indoor space as shown in the interior picture. In conclusion, having shading device over the windows help reducing the amount of direct sunlight, and as a result less glare is affecting the interior space. The third strategy is to use PV panels for generating clean energy. PV panels will be placed on the rooftop, which will have two benefits. First, generating energy to be used in the villa. Second, to create shading above the roof slab that will protect the villa roof from the direct sunlight, which used to raise energy consumption due to the solar gain. In addition to that, the shading devices will be converted to PV panels that will maintain the advantage of the shading coverage as well as generating sustainable energy. In conclusion, the selected PV panels were tilted on 30 degrees and oriented towards 100 degrees south, so it benefits from direct sunlight, and by using PV watt calculator, we got the result of energy saving over the year.